Well, everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the iPhone 6s and see how this particular iPhone holds up in 2024. Now, this iPhone is approaching 9 years old as of this point, and it really doesn't make any sense to go through and basically get any specific device like this anymore. I will definitely tell you, in my personal opinion, this is basically the one device that, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to go and pick up. The first thing I'll definitely tell you though, if you want to pick up some phones I would recommend buying this year, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, the big thing I will definitely tell you about this particular phone is that because this device is so old, it came out almost, over 9 years ago at this point almost, it just doesn't make any sense to go and pick up a device like this. The body of this thing is severely outdated, and that is somewhat of the problem that you're getting when you're getting this type of phone. You're getting a phone that's just been outdated for so many years. Because of that, like I mentioned, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to go ahead and buy. The body of this thing, it has a 4.7-inch IPS panel on it. Pretty basic type of display. Again, you're not really going to be doing anything crazy with this particular phone anymore anyways. So just from that side in and of itself, it's going to be kind of a disadvantage of going through and picking up that particular device as well. So from that side, just kind of keep that in mind in the back of your head. You're still getting a Touch ID 2 sensor, which is very nice to have. You're also getting, a fingerprint sensor within it. You're getting a headphone jack as well. And this was one of the last iPhones to actually have a headphone jack inside of it, which again in and of itself was another very crazy thing going on here too. On top of that, on the back, aluminum back, which still feels and looks very, very good. You're still getting a very good build quality as well. Like, I don't think there's anything super crazy going on here either. I feel like this is still a very good phone from that particular side. But this is just one of those devices that just doesn't make a lot of sense to go and pick up because it is such a severely old phone when it kind of comes down to it. So, just that in and of itself, I could sit here and talk about this phone all day. A lot of things that this phone is missing out on now that you are getting on a lot of common phones nowadays are things like, you're missing out on wireless charging, you're missing out on an OLED display, you're missing out on like a lot of RAM, a lot of performance level. Like, there's really not that much craziness going on with this particular device where it makes sense to go and buy, in my personal opinion. So from that side in and of itself, it's another very big thing going on here too. Now, on top of that, another big thing with this particular phone is the fact that this particular device, from a performance level, from software, it's basically done. It's not getting any more software updates anymore, but the performance of this particular device is pretty much not really good anymore. This is just one of those devices that, again, when you're going to go through and pick up a device, this thing just, 2 gigabytes of RAM, Apple A9 chip, this is not really, a good device anymore. So, if you want to get a phone that's going to be okay, then, by all means, this is a decent option. But this is one of those phones that you're going to buy and you're quickly going to realize that this is a very old performing phone. And no matter what you're going to do, it's just not really going to handle that well in terms of the things you're going to do on it from a performance level yet again. So I'll tell you, in a lot of ways, this is still fine if you're looking for a very, very basic device. But like I said, for the average person, do yourself a favor and please don't, go ahead and buy this phone because you're going to run into a lot of problems when it kind of comes down to it. So from the performance side I can definitely tell you in almost every single way, this phone is not worth buying anymore. I would highly recommend not purchasing this device anymore, and you are much better off buying phones that are still supported with software, that are still relevant, and I don't think this is a phone like that, but it was very important at one time, but I probably wouldn't recommend buying it anymore. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.